Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. We're going to continue on with this series of switching out different 2028 potential Democratic presidential candidates. We've already done Gretchen Whitmer versus J.D. Vance. We've done Josh Shapiro versus J.D. Vance. We've done Gavin Newsom versus J.D. Vance. Now we're going to do Kamala Harris versus J.D. Vance. And a couple others that I'm going to do are going to be Raphael Warnock, Andy Beshear, and Pete Buttigieg. You guys can even comment down others that you might want me to include in this series. But let's do this. Alright, so let's start with the safe Democratic states. Kamala Harris wins her home state of California by a safe margin. This election, she won it by 20 points. No surprise there. Washington, Oregon, they're all going to be safe. Kamala Harris is going to do better in 2028 if she's the nominee compared to 2024. Although that she's not going to have an exciting base after she lost in 2024. I feel like she's going to do better here because of two factors. First of all, because Vance is a bit worse than Trump. He doesn't have that charisma and appeal among some minorities or other groups that Trump did. And second, unlike in this scenario, unlike in 2024, she has more than 130 days to work with. So, no, she has more than 100 days to campaign and stuff. So, yeah, those are two factors why I think Kamala Harris would do better in this scenario than what she did in 2024. Let's continue on with the safe states. In this scenario, come on, Delaware, Rhode Island, they're not going to be likely anymore. Actually, let me see here. Rhode Island might still be likely. Yeah, I'm going to put Rhode Island in likely just because. New York, I don't think she's going to be able to shift it three points right from 2024, so New York's going to end up being likely as well. Maine's first congressional district is safe, and Maryland is safe. Let's move to the safe Republican states now. This is Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska's 3rd district, Nebraska at large, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa. Sorry, not Iowa. This entire Rust Belt region, Iowa, including Iowa and Ohio, although they're obviously not as swing as places like Wisconsin or Pennsylvania, they're still shifting left. The Rust Belt is shifting left. Vance is able to keep South Carolina into safe Republican. He wins it by 16%. Harris doesn't really have appeal among South Carolinians. And I think that's it for the safe Republican states. Let's move on to the likely Democratic states now. This is going to be Colorado, New Mexico. New Mexico, if it was someone with the same charisma as Trump, it would be able to get it to lean, because Trump massively shifted Hispanics towards the Republican side when he was the nominee. But I don't think Vance has that same level of charisma among minorities, blacks, Hispanics. He doesn't have that. Minnesota's going to be likely Democrat. Actually, no, it's going to be lean. Illinois is likely. New York's likely. I forgot to put Vermont into safe, sorry. Maine at large is going to be likely. Vance doesn't have... New England is kind of weird, but Vance is able to win it by, make it likely instead of leans. And I think that's it for the likely Democratic states. Let's move on to the likely Republican states. We have Alaska. We have Texas. We have Iowa. We have Vance's home state of Ohio. I don't think he's going to be able to get it to safe. Yes, you can say that Trump won it by double digits this year, but that was obviously because, this year was just a red wave. Not North Carolina. Florida, it could go to safe Republican. It was won by 13 points, and it's shifting right. I'm actually going to put it into safe. And Maine's 2nd congressional district. So these are it for the likely of Republican states. Let's move on to the final lean states. I know I already put Minnesota in here. Minnesota, Harris in this scenario doesn't choose Shapiro. Sorry, doesn't choose Walz as her nominee. She does a bit worse here than she did in 2024. She wins it by like 3.5%. Nebraska's second stays lean. It was won by 4.7% in 2024. Virginia, Youngkin is Vance's nominee, so you boost him a bit there. New Jersey, it's shifting right. New Hampshire is going to be lean. Won by 2.8%. Kind of close. Yeah, New Hampshire was way closer than a lot of swing states. It was closer than North Carolina. It was closer than Arizona. It was closer than Nevada. Okay, that's it for the lean Democratic states. Let's go to the lean Republican ones. North Carolina, Vance wins it by 3.2. Same with Georgia. Georgia's gonna shift to the left massively. The suburbs are just so fast. While shifting to the left. But Harris just can't push out that Atlanta suburb appeal enough, though. Arizona, it was somewhat likely Republican this year. It's gonna be lean in 2028. Nevada, I know how. Actually no, Nevada's gonna be tilt Republican. Because Vance isn't gonna be able to push out enough of the Hispanics to make it lean, but he still wins it by like 0.8. Let's talk about the Rust Belt now. Harris wins Pennsylvania by a tilt margin. Shapiro does help her there, but it's not a lot. She wins by like 0.3%. Michigan is tilt Republican, and Wisconsin is tilt Republican. Vance wins Wisconsin by like 0.3 and Michigan by like 0.7. And this is my prediction if it was a Vance versus Kamala Harris scenario in 2028. Comment down other Democratic candidates I should use in my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.